Dark Loops Productions proudly presents The Dark Loops Players, starring in a tale from the Chronicles of the Christmas Squad. The Christmas Squad meets the Time Monster. Starring Tom Buller, Stanford Carpenter, Victor Dandridge Jr., Sienna Greaves, J. Scott Jordan, and Alex Simmons. Part 3. Chapter 6. Suddenly, just as before, everything stopped, and standing before them was Santa Claus. Santa Claus!
Ho, 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 ho.
He bellowed, his head tilted back, his hands on his shaking belly.
Merry Christmas, my beautiful little Christmas squad.
The members of the Christmas Squad huddled around Santa and gorged him with hugs and kisses.
We're so glad you're safe,
Squealed Katie as she planted a kiss on Santa's rosy cheek.
So am I. I don't know what I would have done without you kids.
He gave them each a great big hug.
I got so caught up in worrying about getting the right gifts to the right kids at the right time that I allowed the Time Monster to take over my mind.
you, Santa.
Yes, Josh. Even I am susceptible to the power of the Time Monster.
But I don't understand.
You see, children,
Started Santa as he sat in a chair that was suddenly there.
as we move further into the world of words, we find ourselves carrying them with us. They stay with us and begin to make us think of ourselves as being a certain type of person. Sometimes they move us forward, and sometimes they hold us back. But every time we feel their impact. They make us believe we should be nicer, or make us believe we should be more daring. But most importantly, they make us believe. And every once in a while, it's nice to believe we can still be better, that we can still be more giving and more forgiving. When we look to you, our children, at Christmas time, it is easier to believe. You are not as constrained by words. You are still everywhere and everything. You are hope and joy in a bottle. And it does us so much good to see that and to help you make your way into the world of words. Sometimes we want to cork the bottle and keep you as liquid hope forever. But we know that can't happen. The bottle is forever open. So as you move even further into the world of words, please remember how important you are to us. And always remember how to laugh. At times, it may seem as though we think the world of words is most important, for it is in that world that we do what we believe we have to do. But deep down, on a dark and dreary night, in the soft, snowy stillness of a place called Christmas, we remember that it's you who is most important. You, with your ability to laugh and to help remind us of what it was like to be a member of the Christmas Squad.
And with that, Santa wiped a tear from his eye and gave each and every one of them a great big humbo jumbo Santa hug. Santa then turned to all of them and said,
Well, my little friends, I suspect it is time for all of you to return to where and whenever you came from.
"Aww."
Oh, come now. Yes. You know we have to get back to regular flow of time. Okay, all right,
Right.
They said sadly as the older children began to form a circle around the younger children. They then tried to sing Joy to the World, but were much too sad to even begin. Santa looked at his dear little Christmas squad and said,
Okay, children, this one's on me.
and with that he began to belt out his favorite Christmas song.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
And just as he finished singing Town, he put his finger to the side of his nose, gave a little jiggle, and boom! Just like that, they were once again in every place at every time. Chapter 7. And suddenly, there they sat. It was Sunday, December 19th, 1999, at roughly 4:55 in the afternoon, and they were listening to Uncle Scott read them the final chapter of their story. It was very important to Uncle Scott that they remember the story, so he gave each of them their own copy. Some members of the Christmas squad were very happy and gave him a great big hug. That made them so happy that they then gave their parents great big hugs. This, of course, made their parents extremely happy, and all the parents looked at each other to determine whether or not they, too, should give each other a great big hug. After a few brief moments of quiet, tense deliberation, they all laughed a nervous laugh and decided not to. But that was okay. Every one of them was pleased, for today, at this very moment, they had remembered what it was like to be a member of the Christmas squad. And today, at this very moment, they had seen the magic come alive in their children. Christmas was safe, and it was about all of us.
Hey, Uncle Scott,
Remarked Ronnie, somewhat annoyed. Yes, sweetie?
this isn't where the story started. Aren't we supposed to be where the story started?
Oh, uttered Uncle Scott, impressed by her youthful perceptiveness. It's as I told you at the beginning of the story. Time is a very fickle thing, especially around Christmas, and double especially if you're a member of the Christmas squad. The end. Thank you for tuning into part 3 of The Christmas Squad Meets the Time Monster. We are so pleased you decided to join us for the telling of this tale. We wish all of you the merriest of Christmases, the happiest of holidays, and the most joyous of New Years. Special thanks to my dear friends who volunteered to give voice to this story I wrote for my family 23 years ago. Tom Buller, a.k.a. The Damn United. Stanford Carpenter, a.k.a. Brother Story. Victor Dandridge Jr., a.k.a. The Hardest Working Man in Comics. Sienna Greaves, a.k.a. The Correspondent. Alex Simmons, a.k.a. The Real Santa. Special thanks to Fesleyan Studios for their amazing background music. Stay tuned for a posting of the bloopers we made as we work to bring this story to life. Thanks again for joining us. Love to all. Zombie Scotty.